My first idea for Maybe Someday was just to have a book where characters created music together, and then to somehow have that, the music portion clickable so the readers can listen to the music. And I didn't know where I was going to go with the story. I just had that basic idea. I've written a novel called Hopeless, and the main character in that one, the guy, is named Holder. And that book was #1 at the time on the New York Times when Griffin's audition appeared on American Idol. And so I started getting flooded by readers saying, "Turn on American Idol, Holder's on there." And I thought that was strange because I never really had an image for what Holder looked like. So, and I don't really describe my characters' physical descriptions in books. I like people to kind of, make that up themselves. And so I turned it on American Idol, and I was like, oh yeah, he could pass for Holder. When I wrote the sequel to that, Losing Hope, from the guy's point of view, I had my publishers ask him if he would be willing to do a photo shoot to be Holder on the cover. And so that's actually how I got to know him, was from my other books. And then when I got the idea for Maybe Someday and needed music for it, naturally I went to him and was like, hey, would you be interested in helping out, since my readers already knew who he was and already were listening to his music. So it worked out really well. I'm not a very good reader. I skip around a lot and get bored a lot. So when I write, I'm also a very ADD writer, and so when I find myself getting bored, and I get bored very easily, I'll try to put more dialogue in it or something that'll make readers connect with that scene better. And so I think my books are just kind of easy for readers to read and connect to, because I don't use a lot of description and internal thoughts, and they read a lot like a movie or a screenplay. And I think it helps people that just want a nice quick read. I self-published my first 2 books, not really thinking anything was going to come of it, and they just kind of within 4 months hit the New York Times after being on Amazon, and that really blew me away. And then I started to get receiving contacts and offers from traditional publishers, and I wasn't even sure that's the route I wanted to go. I ended up selling my first 2 books to Simon & Schuster, and my 3rd book that I was in the process of writing, they made an offer on, but I actually turned it down and went indie with that one. And the reason why I did that is because I didn't want this to turn into work. I didn't like the idea of having a contract hanging over my head and having to write for someone else. So I ended up just doing it on my own again. And in the meantime, I had gotten to know my editor through Simon & Schuster a little better and really trusted her and her work ethic. And so I ended up signing 2 more books with them, and she was great. And it was really, really, a seamless transition. And I noticed there wasn't a whole lot of difference between writing for myself and writing for a publisher.
Maybe someday